an expensive weapon, but I don't feel bad for fucking your suit up. I've conquered the armies of hell 5 goddamn times in a row, and the clip in my weapon is massive, cause I don't have the time to reload. So keep on walking tall, the bigger the tree, the harder the fall. How many weapons to carry and John? Because I'm packing an arsenal.
How many weapons do I need? Just one. I'm the weapon, it don't matter the gun I'm carrying. You must have hit your head 1,000,000 times on a tree, cause you have lost your freaking mind. If you think you're better than me, USMC, Master Chief, I'm worldwide. When I'm running a gun in my barrel, it's humming an alien style. Oh, you're really disgusting, what's with ripping off chins? Haven't you heard about the danger of bloodborne pathogens?
Save the world, it's a cliche thing to do. If you got praises, I'm the guy you sing them to. You better know me, I'm iconic. Stopping evil plots when they're diabolic. The stakes are high, the chips are down. So climb aboard, we're shipping out. Being a hero ain't so tough when you love to blow stuff up. Enough of the games, John, you're about to get laid off. Don't make me unmake you and then lay you to waste with a chainsaw. Without your super soldier juice, I bet you ain't strong. You weigh 1,000 pounds, wow, you need some weight loss. You go mess with ancient temples while I mess with demon tech. When I empty out my ammo, then you're getting beat to death. Pave the way for FPS, nobody's gonna forget me yet. You wanna finish the fight, but we haven't even gotten messy yet.
Hold up, if I need weight loss, you need facial surgery. Look at yourself in the mirror, Doom Guy, it's a tragedy. You're into making a mess, I'm into doing it clean. My mission is precision, one shot is all that I need. Listen, you think you're scary cause you're covered in blood. Well, you're not, you're a bitch. What you know about the flood? Nothing. I'm the one that's keeping hell populated with souls, while you sit there licking your lips over demon glory holes.
Save the world, it's a cliche thing to do. If you got praises, I'm the guy you sing them to. You better know me, I'm iconic. Stopping evil plots when they're diabolic. The stakes are high, the chips are down. So climb aboard, we're shipping out. Being a hero ain't so tough when you love to blow stuff up. If you don't put me to sleep, then maybe Halo's story will. I gotta hand it to you, Chief, you'll be my greatest glory kill. I'll scare away the Covenant and put a halo on your head. They call you the demon, maybe I should grab a cross instead. And then I'll knock you dead. You're nothing but a space cadet. I prefer a place that's warmer. You work at McDonald's? Because I know you hate taking orders. I've gone through tons of bosses, but I've only got one job. Even elites will be impressed when I drop all of the jaws.
Step to me and I guarantee that I will make you famous. Everybody knows that I'm not pro when it comes to wrecking anus. What do I gotta do to prove to you that you're nothing but a lackey? Forget my real name too, chump. Just call me daddy. You're messy and disheveled. Better get up onto my level. I'ma be your rock star, I don't give a f about the devil. I'll save the world, I got the girl, and I got nothing to prove. You want a 1v1, then come get some. Welcome to your doom.
Save the world, it's a cliche thing to do. If you got praises, I'm the guy you sing them to. You better know me, I'm iconic. Stopping evil plots when they're diabolic. The stakes are high, the chips are down. So climb aboard, we're shipping out. Being a hero ain't so tough when you love to blow stuff up.
When a humble bard graced a ride along with Geralt of Rivia, along came this song. From when the White Wolf fought a silver-tongued devil, his army of elves at his hooves did they revel. They came after me with masterful deceit, broke down my loot and they kicked in my teeth. while the devil's horns mince the tender meat. So cried the witcher, he can't be bleed. Toss a coin to your witcher, oh valley of plenty, oh valley of plenty. Oh, toss a coin to your witcher, oh valley of plenty. At the end of the world, fights the mighty horde that bashes and breaks you and brings you to mourn. He thrust every elf far back on the shelf, high up on the mountain from whence it came. He wiped out your past, got kicked in his chest. He's a friend of humanity, so get him the rest. That's my epic tale. Our champion prevailed, defeated the villain. Now pour him some ale. Toss a coin to your witcher, oh valley of plenty, oh valley of plenty. Ooh. Toss a coin to your witcher, and friend of humanity. Toss a coin to your witcher, oh valley of plenty, oh valley of plenty. Toss a coin to your witcher, and friend of humanity. Let's go. Toss a coin to your witcher, oh valley of plenty, oh valley of plenty. Ooh. Toss a coin to your witcher, and friend of humanity. Toss a coin to your witcher, oh valley of plenty, oh valley of plenty. Oh. Toss a coin to your witcher, and friend of humanity. Fuck.
I might not ever see the chance to change the course of history, but I will take that chance for even the slightest possibility. I turned my back and left the fate that I could have just accepted. Now I'll fight for the future next to you. It's where I need to be. Bring it on, 'cause I'm just gonna grow up in a barrel high. Pushing it through the sky, burning the fire, and flames flashing through the sky. I'm trying out of this nightmare. I wanna say what's ahead. Living now that we live, I see my past and the future.
the future calls. It's legendary break, so just follow me now. Don't you ever stop, we'll pay it back in space now. Lay back, blessing, failing you at this moment. I won't live in sadness. Disappear with the rest, but you can't climb up this fire in my chest. Screaming for your pride. I light my fire, standing tall. My heart will keep on burning all the way. Nobody can handle my fire, can't erase. So get past this great place. I'll never lose inside at all. I won't hesitate, go all the way. Don't play right if you lost tonight. And no one gonna say your thing. Hey, what are we living for? I live for this shit. We gotta stand up and go up the pride. It's like the glass gets up, it's sunrise. We gotta stand up and go up the pride. It's like the glass gets up, it's sunrise. Don't let your tears begin to fall. I will be screaming for you all the way. Will never fail when the tail went behind me. Straight for my destiny. Your smile will never let me fall. With you behind me, I'll go the way. What's it to pay for your name? We won't break, we rest in peace. I light my fire, standing tall. My heart will keep on burning all the way. Nobody can handle my fire, can't erase. So get past this great place. I'll never lose inside at all. I won't hesitate, go all the way. Don't play right if you lost tonight. And no one gonna say your thing.
Beyond the ocean, a lighthouse is waiting for me. The great chain in motion, beneath the waves of the sea. Into this city, all good things flow. The sweat on your brow is what you'll reap and sow. Forge your own fortune from sultan, from sand. No gods or kings, only man.
Folks told me, son, you won the gene pool. So I guess I had a head start on these fools. Doesn't take a winter blast for Jack to keep cool. But isolation in the deep blue can be cruel. I descend the depths, fathom by fathom, as if the ocean opened up and I've been casting a chasm upon a sweeping seascape. Genetic accidents happen, but don't blame me. The cause of the fall had to be Adam. If you believe the sweat of your brow ought to be yours, listen to Andrew Ryan, the philosophical entrepreneur. He might have put me on blast, but I'll get past this thugs. I asked who Fontaine was an Atlas Shrugged. Welcome to rapture, where you can manufacture evolution. Natural selection's happening faster. Were you shocked when I said I was nothing less than electric? The city's dead, but I bet that I can resurrect it. An engine never rests in a vest. It's like a Lazarus vector, giving breath to the breathless. I'm getting quite dependent on medkits. I just met a demented doctor obsessed with perfection.
You promised me pretty Steinman, why did I get this?
I treated your ugliness like an infection.
That's why I took a wrench when I went to the dentist. And my smile was dazzling after bashing his head in. Things and weapons, making effective inventions. I'll make you vanish like Houdini when I'm letting you lead heads. I call it artwork, want it censored, forget it. I got a killer's disposition, I guess it's genetic. Death is a choice that I rejected. So blood will not get on them. Shackles remind me I started from the bottom. Hello, nickel fish, have you had your cherry poked? I'm a grown man, damn it, I ain't scared of shot. Now my veins are on fire. Rearranging DNA sounds like playing with fire. Science is a practice with a lack of moral guidance. Splices seek to satisfy their sick sadistic vices. Victims become villains, angry vandals turn to violence. Sickly children sticking by their less than gentle giants. Lies manipulated by the parasite inside them. But if you're a parasite in Ryan's eyes, you're put to silence.
The great and strong will not yield to the weak and feeble. Better change your DNA if you'd like to fight as equals.
Harvest that on feed on Eve, it doesn't make me evil. Because my survival rides on getting power to the people.
Thousands of desperate denizens deal with deprivation. Well, let's be fair, let's say fair, forget the regulations.
This economy economy's perfectly working without you. Now let me feel my craving at the circus of values. Drawn to this city like a moth to a flame, falling from grace, swallowed by a watery grave. Now I'll frolic on the stage, I'm a part of the play. Like I was nothing but a puppet, just a pawn in the game.
Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are. Hey, it's me. You know what time it is. I know I'm running a little behind. I mean, it started on time, at least for the most part. How is everyone tonight? I hope you're having a phenomenal week. It's been a crappy week, at least in the entertainment industry. Pardon me. I haven't eaten today, so I'm going to be snacking. We all know that Dolly Parton died, and that fucking sucks. She was a phenomenal person, musician, phenomenal person, a phenomenal musician, and just, you know, an inspiration for a lot of people. Grew up with her music, grew up with her and Kenny Rogers and Hank Williams Jr., all that. Then we got Tim Curry. I'm not one that gets sentimental about a bunch of celebrities. There's one here that I will. Tim Curry, I loved his performances and his diversity. I'm looking over there because that's where my main screen for the stream is. I just moved it over here. How he can go from the darkness and legend to Wadsworth the butler in Clue and the concierge in Home Alone 2 and Pennywise and It and to of course Frankenfurter from Rocky Horror, and the how very different these people and characters are. And it's not just the character themselves, but the performances and how he treated those things are different, and how outside of the box each one is from everything else. And I got to remember that kind of stuff as I try to pursue performance as a voice actor and everything, because I get embarrassed when I make certain voices. Like I was talking about it, I think the other day, how when I'm reading the lines on this game and I need to try to pick a specific sound for each character as I read, because to make it for continuity, for one. Hang on. But also to get past my own issues of stage fright performance, even though when I perform, it's just me in a sound booth. But I still get nervous, like, do I sound like a fucking idiot? Or I do sound like a fucking idiot. You know, and all that. And don't get me wrong, I don't plan on dressing up in drag and, you know, tap and singing, but, you know, but I need to remember that it's a performance. And I need to find that character and what have you. And then of course there's Peter Cullen. I woke up to that information this morning, even though he passed away yesterday. And for a lot of people, if you don't know who he is, I'll tell you in a minute. But for a lot of people, that's something from their childhood, because he was Optimus Prime. He's been Optimus Prime since the original cartoon up into and including the Michael Bay movies. And he's been Optimus Prime in almost everything, except for the Transformers 1, which had Chris Hemsworth, which I think was a missed opportunity. Don't get me wrong. I think they should have kept Chris Hemsworth for the earlier portions when he was Orion Pax, the labor researcher, whatever he was. But once he got the matrix of leadership and became Optimus Prime, they should have got Peter Cullen to do the latter quarter of the movie, or however long it was. It wasn't that long. But that would have given the character more distinction. But that's just me. But what a lot of people don't know about that also is he came up with that clicking creature sound for the Predator. And the story behind how he came up with the voice of Optimus Prime. He was living with his brother in an apartment, and he went to this audition. He was going to go to this audition. They don't tell you much, especially back then, about what something is, what a character is. And especially with like Predator, I mean, they were very under wraps about that. They wouldn't tell him anything about it. It's just some sort of creature. And he had to convince them to at least let him see what it looked like. So they gave him a quick, I want to say picture, but maybe a quick clip of the Predator, of the Yautja. And okay. Is everything okay with Hope? Or are y'all just gaming? But he came up with that sound, and he had him lower the boom mic, because they weren't using a mic like this. For some reason, they were using a boom mic in the studio. And it was a stage, I believe. But he had him lower, and he walked up to it like this. And he made that sound. And all the people sitting there near him couldn't hear it. And they're like, what the hell? And then the guy in the sound, the recording booth, or anyway, the guy that was the sound engineer came over the intercom and said, y'all need to come in here and hear this. So they all took off and went up there, leaving him there on the stage. And next thing you know, they're like, when can you come back to record for the movie? And then there's the story about how he came up with the voice of Optimus Prime. And I think I have it pulled up. So I'm going to let it speak for itself. And it may also discuss the Predator. So just bear with me a moment.
Is of special vocalizations by Peter Cullen. How did that happen, and what was that like to do?
I had just done 11 reels of King Kong and all that stuff. And I started to cough up blood. And we call those blood throats. Hey, slave over on the mic, you gotta put some blood out there, you know what I mean? Anyway, I went to the audition, telling them that my agent, I said, I'm not going to do any monster sounds. I can't. My throat is really kind of burned up and still coughing a little blood from King Kong. So they said, no, they want me to come. 20th Century Fox wanted to put it in there. So I drove down to 20th Century Fox, and I'm in the studio. And they want me to do a monster sound. And I said, well, what does he look like? He said, well, we can't show you. So, well, if I can't see the character, I don't know what I'm going to do. I mean, I have to have something to relate to, put myself inside him. He said, I insisted, well, there's no point in me being here. So they showed me a silver streak. That doesn't help. So they said, okay, they disappeared for a while, and I'm in a big soundstage where they've done hundreds of great movies at 20th Century Fox. You know, you get the big gold leather chairs behind me, and I could smell the Spencer Tracys and the Katharine Hepburns and Humphrey Bogarts. And it was very, very intense for me. And they came back in, they said, okay, they were going to roll down to the very end of the film where the Predator takes off his headgear and you're going to see the face and all that stuff. And when they did that, I saw this ugly, ugly face and these tentacles going like this. And it reminded me of an upside down horseshoe crab dying in the sun on a beach when I was a kid. Nasty. But from that horseshoe crab was coming all this crackling sounds, bubbles coming out that were bursting, you know. So, I don't know if I can do it now, but I thought, okay. But the voice director couldn't hear what I was doing. So, but I told the sound guys, it's a big, big, big boom, a pencil. And when they record in a soundstage, that microphone can be right up there and they can hear everything. But how they? So I said, can you bring the boom down? Can you bring it down, please? I said, it's here. I said, further, 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 further. So I got it there. And the director behind me cannot hear what I'm doing.
Hey, Ivy.
He can't hear it. And he what is it? Like this. And then about 10 seconds later, come up here. Come up here. You gotta hear this. You gotta hear this. And he's up the back staircase. He's gonna hear it. Then 5 minutes later.
So this is Peter Cullen. He passed away yesterday. You may not know the name, but you know what some of the things he's done, and that's what we're talking about. He's talking about how he created that sound for the Yautja, the Predator, and this is what happened.
All right, well, let's go to reel one. And that's how that happened.
Hang on.
Well, if I can't see the character, I don't know what I'm going to do. I mean, I have to have something to relate to, put myself inside it. He said, I insisted, well, there's no point in me being here. So they showed me a silver streak. Cross thing. And I went, that doesn't help. So they said, okay, they disappeared for a while. I'm in a big, big soundstage where they've done hundreds of great movies at 20th Century Fox. You know, you can all the big old leather chairs behind me, and I could smell the Spencer Tracys and the Katharine Hepburns and the Humphrey Bogarts, and it was very, very intense for me. And they came back in, they said, okay, they were going to roll down to the very end of the film where the Predator takes off his headgear, and you're going to see the face and all that stuff. And when they did,
No, that's why she said she doesn't get paid
I
enough.
saw this ugly face and these tentacles like going like this, and it reminded me of a upside down horseshoe crab dying in the sun on a beach when I was a kid. It was nasty. But from that horseshoe crab was coming all this crackling sounds, bubbles coming out that were bursting, you know. I could remember it. So I don't know if I can do them now, but I thought, okay. But the voice director couldn't hear what I was doing. So, but I told the sound guys, it's a big, big, big boom mic, the pencil. And when they record in a soundstage, that microphone can be right up there and they can hear everything. But how are they going to hear that? So I said, could you bring the boom down? Could you bring it down, please? I said, it's here. I said, further, 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 further. So I got it there, and I said, and the director behind me cannot hear what I'm doing. He can't hear it. And he's throwing the paper down the desk. What is going on here? Like this. And then about 10 seconds later, come up here. Come up here. You got to hear this. You got to hear this. And he's up the back staircase, and he's gone up, and you hear the slam. Then about 5 minutes later, all right, well, let's go to reel one. And that's how that happened.
Okay, my 10-year-old son has a few questions in hopes to submit, one for Mr. Cullen.
Sorry, I had the mic muted. Yeah, I know, but this one just happened yesterday. I woke up to this news this morning. Ginger sent me a screenshot at like 7 o'clock this morning. And this guy, me being a voice performer, it has always been one of the guys I looked up to. And then when I heard this story, and I heard it on TikTok, I don't, if I'm not mistaken, a couple of years ago, this same interview. And it will make more sense when you hear it, so bear with me.
And the one we've selected is, how did you come up with the original voice for Optimus Prime?
It's a story that I've told many times, and maybe some of you have heard it, but it's a story very dear to me, and it's the truth. It happened. My brother Larry, a captain in the Marine Corps, had returned from Vietnam. He was a decorated Marine, and the Bronze Star with V and a couple of Purple Hearts. And we were sharing an apartment, going through a difficult time in my life, when Larry came down, and it was about 1984, and we were, as I said, living in an apartment together. And he would always take a little interest in where I was going every day, because I was a grunt, as the Marines would say. You know, if you're a ground trooper, you're a grunt. Anyway, Larry's 13 months older, 5 inches taller. And but we're 13 months apart. We were very, very close. So he said, "Peter, where are you going today?" I said, "Well, Larry, what, you need the car?" He said, No, I just want to know where you're going." I said, "I'm going to audition. I'm going to be, I'm auditioning as a truck." And he said, he did the same thing. And so I said, "But Larry, he's evidently he's a hero truck. He's a hero." And his face got somber, and he said, "Peter, if you're going to be a hero, be a real hero. Don't be a Hollywood hero type with all the BS and all the yelling and screaming and trying to be tough. Be strong enough to be gentle." Okay, Larry, yeah. So as his voice is ringing in my ears as I'm driving to the audition, and I read the copy, and Larry is just coming out. His voice, the way he talked to me. And it said, you know, I'm Optimus Prime. No, it was, my name is Optimus Prime. And the softness in his advisory tone was significant, and so the words just rolled off my tongue. I'm from the planet Cybertron, and blah 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 blah. And I kind of finished it and said, okay, thank you very much, Peter. Okay, so, oh, okay. Yeah. So, well, I walked out and getting into the car, and I said, I wish Larry had been here. I think he would have been proud of me because I think I nailed it. I really think I've nailed the character because it was just Larry. And 2 weeks later, my agent called me up and said, oh, Peter, remember that Transformers thing, the truck? And he said, yeah. He said, you got the part of Optimus Prime. I said, I do? He says, yeah, and you also have another part called Ironhide? What's this Ironhide? So that was the beginning. That was the launch. Did that answer the question, do you think?
I think it answered the question. Can you do a little Ironhide?
Ah, gee whiz, Prime. Calm down, Ironhide. I just want to kick some butt, Prime. Not now. Not now, Ironhide. Later. Much later.
So yeah, that was a thing. So, and obviously, you know, beyond him being the voice of one of the main characters of my growing up, even through today. What's up, bud? What? Talking about Peter Cullen. Hey, buddy. But then adding in the story about his brother and everything, and how that was the inspiration for that for Optimus Prime. Ivy said, "Hi, kiddo." Ivy said, "Hi, kiddo." He said, "Hello." I was muting it because I was eating and I didn't want to, because I haven't eaten today. So, but if you really go in and listen to some of these stories about different people, like that, or Kevin Conroy, who was the voice of Batman for the 90s cartoons when 9/11 happened. Hang on, I'm going to look that one up. Because that's a good one too. Of course, this isn't about him coming up with a character because he had already been voicing this character, and actually, this is around the same time that they were launching the Justice League cartoon on Cartoon Network. Hell, here we go. Why not? Can I get some sound? I guess not that way. There we go. Let's try this one.
Middle of the night, like 3 nights into this, he goes, so my day job is I'm an architect.
No. Not that one either. Hang on. Let me try to find this.
I live in New York.
Here we go. Here, just bear with me.
I'm in New York.
I grew up in New York.
I'm a native New Yorker. And when
9/11 happened. The one thing everyone knows about what happened on 9/11, but what a lot of people don't know is what happened on 9/12, which is that literally hundreds of people ran downtown to see how they could help. And they gave a number because they were so overwhelmed. And I called this number.
and they said,
Well, we have all the time, all the data we need, really all the lead work that we need. But do you need wrestling? I'm an actor. Of course I have wrestling experience. He said, well, that's what we really need. And if we feed all these people, I think you can be here for the evening.
Interesting thing, the guy he's talking to, the guy that says you want fries with that asshole, that's the guy who does the voice for Pinky and Pinky in the Brain.
They said, yeah, what do you need? They said, now. Get down here now. So they've taken over a restaurant, which was empty because of what had happened around it. And Colina set up this huge feeding service for thousands of people. And what was happening was all the restaurants communicating were sending the food down to this kitchen. And we were cooking it up and serving it out. It was just a constant stream. And you know, it was the weeks right after so downtown had this sort of sulfur smell, and it was a very hot sticky one. And it was just summer. And there was no electricity back there. They would say generators, they were constant home generators. And then with these huge pretty lights shining and it's pretty much what it was. And people would come in the pile covered with ash and covered with dirt. And so this just goes, this goes on for, I was doing the night from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. 5 a.m. We'd set up the kitchen for the kitchen. Just like that, we'd set up the kitchen for the morning breakfast and we were late. And one night, in the middle of 1, 2 in the morning, I decided to do the business. So my day job is I'm an architect. What's your day job? I said, well,
Oh, shit. So I don't know if you heard me earlier. The person he's talking to is the voice of Pinky from Pinky and the Brain. And Wacko, I think it is, the middle one from Animaniacs. He was also the voice of Raphael in the 80s, 90s, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So that's who he's talking to, off to his right that you can't see.
I thought I recognized you. I said, he said, you're the guy that does Batman. I said, how do you know that? He said, everybody knows who's Batman. I said, no, believe me, everyone does not know who
makes my
Batman
heart
is.
happy.
Everybody knows Batman. I said, nobody knows who Batman is. He said, oh, can I go to the guy today? I said, nobody's here. He said, are you crazy? He said, what do you do? So he goes out in the big cavern dining room and goes, guys, you're not going to believe who's been cooking your dinners all week.
It's Batman! There's this long silence, and you hear from the back of the place, bullshit! Because they're all New York firemen or cops, right?
Shut up. Yeah.
And then I thought, and then someone else says, make him prove it! So I thought, this is too good. So I'm back in the kitchen, I'm a theater actor. I have a big voice. I am vengeance. I am the night. I am Batman! And there's this long pause, and you hear, holy that is Batman.
Isn't that beautiful, though?
It was so New York.
I love
Holy
that.
And they just came pouring back into the kitchen, and suddenly there was all this laughter. And people were like, oh man, you know the one with the Joker, and how was that Harley Quinn, and blah, blah, blah. And I watched that with my kids. And the guy who was the architect who'd recognized me, he said, how does it feel to be Santa Claus? I said, what are you talking about? He said, that's what just happened. He said, Santa Claus just came here. These people, he said, don't you realize it's the first time we've heard laughter in 2 weeks?
How do you
And it was suddenly this light moment. So I wrote a note to Andrea that night. I sent her an email. I said, I just wanted you to know that what we do makes a difference.
I remember seeing that video years ago, and putting that with, if you know who Steve Buscemi is, and the actor. If you don't know, he was in Armageddon. He was the one that wanted to feel the power between his legs when he was on the nuke, or the Hannibal Lecter-like character in Con Air, among so many other things. Well, he was originally a firefighter, a volunteer firefighter, before he got famous in New York. And so when that happened, he went back to his firehouse and volunteered and started the digging, or helped with the digging and everything. Now, Kevin Conroy, we lost years ago, cancer. But hearing all these different things just in the last 2 or 3 days, not to mention the one from last week with Hayden Panettiere, whatever, is just kind of like, what the hell? So I figured I'd start off today's stream just talking about that a little bit before moving into anything else. Ivy, I have questions. That's why I texted you. I'll ask you here. I don't care. What is the training schedule? What time to what time? So I can make my therapist appointments. And can you tell me the pay? I mean, not on here specifically, but like, if I'm not mistaken, the first paycheck, if I'd have started this week, should be on this week. You should have a paycheck, if I'm not mistaken, but I'm not positive. I'm trying to get some things sorted out for when my paychecks start hitting. That's all I want to know, is that time and what time zone. So 6 to 3. That works for me. But I'm also trying to figure out, when I can start paying certain bills and everything. Okay. Okay, see, I thought because the way it made it sound was when they explained the way they explained it, they didn't give me dates or anything, but the 3-week delay. So I thought this week was the beginning of the pay period, not the end. So I thought the paycheck would come in on the week that I'm actually starting now. So, okay. That helps. Thank you. Okay. Good to know. Damn. I'm gonna have to reactivate or go back, re-download ADP. Shit. Which ain't a bad thing. It's not a bad. I like it better than the last two HR pay program groups I had to use. Hell, I used to do security for ADP in Georgia. Yeah, I'm sure. So my when I worked for Pet Boys or Auto Plus and AutoZone, both used ADP. So I know that one a little. I'm gonna take a quick break. I gotta use the restroom. I will be right back and we'll get started.
But something to set me apart from a slave.
Rapture is bleeding through cracks that are leaking. Dwindling memories tell secrets they're keeping. Demons disguised by benign masquerades. Angels climb out of their graves.
Mind over matter is the practice I'm preaching. How else could I achieve feats of telekinesis? And I'm an expert at hacking past your defense. Then I'll attack you like a swarm from a hornet nest. Buzz off! The gatherer's guard and they running short, I guess. I've been cleaning them out, I can afford the best.
Hey, do you wish your waist was slimmer and your chin was chiseled more?
Careful, vanity can send us into civil war. In a utopia, who's gonna wanna scrub the toilet? The people in Apollo Square got no other choices. I know how this is gonna end, but I don't wanna spoil it.
You tried to seize my city, time that I destroy it.
Just relax, Big Daddy, I command ya. Strike a pose, smile for the camera. I think objectively, just like Ayn Rand does. Attention, will the real Fontaine stand up?
A man chooses, unlike a slave who never strays from the path that his master paves. Follows every order and does everything they say. Now would you kindly obey? Obey, 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 obey.
Return the hopes into the stars.
girl, then he does munching on mushrooms. Ha, no surprise there. You must be tripping out your mind if you gonna mess around with Bowser, the fire-breathing King Koopa. Screw your flower power. Step in his castle, you'll get bashed, burned, beaten, destroyed. I mean, he's the only reason Mario is even employed. Ha, I smell some Mortal Kombat going down. If you pick a fight with Shao Kahn, then he's gonna smack you around with his rat hammer. Now there's a weapon that you should fear.
Finish him.
That's the last thing that you'll ever hear. No gods or kings, only man. Parasites, you better scream. It's Andrew Ryan coming at you. When he got no hope, he'll give you rapture. A man chooses, but a slave obeys. Now would you kindly make the choice to get the f*** out my way? I'm not the good guy if you couldn't tell. I may be bad, but I do it so well. I'm half the reason these games even sell. Don't call me evil, I'm just out for myself. Don't get me started on Sonic, that hedgehog is awful obnoxious. Ever heard of Dr. Robotnik? He's a guy you might get along with. It won't be long before he builds a device. It's gonna show you how fast Sonic can run for his life. All hail the world leader, firstborn of Akatar. Scorching on your mortal souls, he's the Nordic dragon god. Whether you're man or mer, all the Ween will feed on you. All the people feel is doomed. Dovahkiin, meet your doom. Wow, talk about an appetite. The flood will eat anything in sight. Good luck finishing the fight. You can say goodbye to organic life. Survival is the only rule that they play by. That's why you don't go striking up a deal with the grave mine. I'm not the good guy if you couldn't tell. I may be bad, but I do it so well. I'm half the reason these games even sell. Don't call me evil, I'm just out for myself. General Shepard is the man you gotta work for, but only if you wanna start another world war. Even when you think you got a true friend, all you are is one less loose end. Yo, ex-Special Forces legend turned mercenary. He made a nation dedicated to the military. A hero led astray, Big Boss is his name. Plot twist, Solid Snake, you're biologically the same. Gather your magic and grab your master sword. Whenever you're heading to battle with Ganondorf, Triforce has the power that this Dark Lord needs. And once he gets his hands on it, there's no stopping the beat. I'm not the good guy if you couldn't tell. I may be bad, but I do it so well. I'm half the reason these games even sell. Don't call me evil, I'm just out for myself. It ain't cake that this baddie wants to feed to you. Just open up your aperture and then you'll see the truth. Gladys, one of the baddest girls I've ever seen. Her humanity is dead, all that's left is the machine. Oh no, Professor Hojo, you don't know just what you made. Project Genova's gonna show you how to fall from grace. The one-winged angel you just went to war with. Sephiroth is a god who you ought to worship. Clean cut, calm composed, and creepily cryptic. One look at him and you know the G-Man means business. The interdimensional molder of time. Smell the ashes, Mr. Freeman? Rise and shine. I'm not the good guy if you couldn't tell. I may be bad, but I do it so well. I'm half the reason these games even sell. Don't call me evil, I'm just out for myself.
My one and only. Oh yeah. My one and only. Wipe my tears 1,000 times, but my regrets are here to stay. I'm not expecting any time for me to ever catch a break. Follow my way, I'll keep it close, though frustrated. Follow my way, I'm aiming for the life that lasts beyond. It's no regular dream, I will run to the brink. So many lives, every person that's breathing, I think I found the right thing. I'll make my existence a statement they won't forget. It's a big decision I have to live with. Through all the tears, I'm stronger than the rest. There will be a day when I'm looking back on my life. I will find a way so that I can say that I kept on going, passing every test. Everyone 1,000 times they prove they don't know anything. They're struck with words, I know it hurts, but you should take it on the cheek. Have it your way. The fact that everything is fake. Have it your way. But that has all been lost to you, 'cause rather than victory, life is the failures between. It doesn't matter that you did your best, 'cause you see this days you'll never win. I'll make my existence a statement they won't forget. It's a big decision I have to live with. Through all the tears, I'm stronger than the rest. There will be a day when I'm looking back on my life. I will find a way so that I can say that I kept on going, passing every test.
So, anyway, I'm back. While I don't get overly sentimental about celebrities and what have you, Peter Cullen kind of hit me. Tim Curry kind of hit me. Dolly hit me because she was just such a good person. So, anyway, sorry. So I figured we could talk about it, or I would talk about it, at least for a little bit. That burned up an hour of stream right there. But like I said, Dolly was just a generally good person, not to mention a legend when it came to country music. I grew up with her and Kenny Rogers and Hank Williams Jr. and Merle Haggard, Waylon Jennings, all that. But she could have been a billionaire, but she donated so much of her own money to various charities and causes she didn't. And then Tim Curry is a performer because of his versatility, like I was saying earlier, and how he goes from the darkness and legend to Frankenfurter and then Wadsworth and Clue and Pennywise and It, and then the concierge in Home Alone 2, and all the stuff in between, not to mention voice credits, but just the physical performances of each of those are vastly the closest ones. The ones that might be closest is the concierge for the hotel in Home Alone 2 and the butler in Clue, but everything else is so vastly different and treated different. And I'm from cadence on how they talk and behave to the physical performance is different and outside of the box from each other. You know, I sit here and I read these lines for these video games, and my own stage fright gets on me, and I got to remember that there are people out there that can have that diversity, and I don't know if they get nervous or ashamed or self-conscious, not ashamed, about these characters they perform. But I have to remember that it's doable, and I can do it too. If somebody else can, I can too. And then Peter Cullen, well, that one's a given. Especially given the story about his brother and where that voice came from. Because, like I said, I grew up with Transformers. And then a couple of years ago, when I saw that interview for the first time, of course, it hit me a little different. And also how he drew from that, also, and then doing the creature, the Yautja from Predator. So it helps give me ideas on how different things I can try for different things, different characters, different creatures, different sounds. That and a way to think about things, like he's saying when he saw the face of the Yautja and how it reminded him of a crab, which I always thought the same thing. It looked like a crab's legs, the mouth did. And he heard that sound from that crab, so he tried to recreate it, and that's where he got that from. So just trying to keep in mind those types of ideas that come up where they come up. And if you ever hear, I remember hearing an interview with Mark Hamill when he auditioned for the Joker. Joe there was like, he didn't expect to get it. He was like, why are they calling me to come do this? But he did it. Hell, Tim Curry auditioned for it, and there's actually a film roll out there, a clip out there of his performance as the Joker. Love Tim Curry, did not sound right. Well, but also, you know, I see that Joker, and it's Mark Hamill. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. But also at the same time, I've seen other performance. Hi, Cam, how are you doing? Of other people doing the Joker since that, and it's just like meh. And they're by well-established voice actors, but he's driving, thinking about how to do the Joker, goes in there, and he does this combination of past performers, and it's that laugh is what got him. And he drives home, and he gets the call at some point that he got the part, and he's like, "Oh fuck, what did I do?" He didn't remember what he did in that audition. So he's driving in LA traffic back to the studio whenever, trying to remember. I hear you. What he did when he did that audition and how he put it together, because he don't remember what he did. He kind of just went in there and lobbed a ball because he didn't expect to get it anyway, and they liked it. And you know how he took those combinations of the different Jokers that he was thinking of and put it together. from. So if you ever get a chance to look at that interview, and this interview was from like mid 2000s because I was a truck driver when I saw it. I remember that. And then you also get to the portion where if they approached him about doing a part for the Joker, and the only thing he'd ask is Kevin doing it? And if they said yes, he'd go, I'm in. Because that's the kind of rapport they built while doing that animated series was if Kevin Conroy said he'd be Batman, Mark Hamill said, yeah, I'll do it. When they did The Killing Joke, which at that point both of them had said they were going to be, they had retired from the character, but Mark always said if they ever did The Killing Joke, he would come back for that, and he did. But now with Kevin gone, there's not going to be another Mark Hamill Joker, and I can't remember the dude's name right now, and it's killing me. But I know that the last couple of times there's been a Joker, it's the guy that did Bender on Futurama. And he was also on Adventure Time, the making bacon pancakes, that guy. And he's a phenomenal voice actor also, do not get me wrong, but just hearing him do the Joker is just not the same. Yeah, you missed those clips. That's what I was doing when Ivy came in. I was playing the clip on how he came up with that voice because his brother, when he told his brother that he was going to audition for a truck, and he kind of laughed, and it's not just any truck, it's a hero truck, and his brother stopped. Now, keep in mind, his brother was a captain in the Marine Corps during Vietnam, and was active in Vietnam. And he just stops and says, Peter, if you're going to be a hero, don't be one of these macho, over the top BS Hollywood heroes. Be, what was it? Strong enough to be gentle, I believe it was. Yeah, I'm sure. I played the clip earlier, but also on how he came up with the sound for the Predator, because that little clicking sound that the Predator makes, that's also Peter Cullen. And he died yesterday. It's just they didn't get announced till today, apparently. So yeah. But hearing stuff like that, and then the story with Kevin Conroy's Batman at 9/11, and then knowing what I do about Steve Buscemi, and how at this point he had become a fairly well-known actor, and when 9/11 happened, he went to the firehouse he was a volunteer firefighter for to help. And just stuff like that, as much as that was 20 years ago, and these are different people now, or different, not even different people, different societies, different, that those two stories right there give me hope, just for in the long run, for humanity. Kevin going to work at that kitchen to feed the firefighters, and Steve going to be the firefighter again. Is everything okay with Hope? You said you're in Discord with her. Y'all just gaming, or? Sorry, kiddo's playing a game in VR in the living room. So, anyway, I'm going to get to the game now. We can chat. Unless people want to continue to chat about something else, I'm down for it. But let me know. Oh, are you playing WoW? I mean, I played it years ago. That's actually how me and Ginger got to know each other. Yeah. I'm. If it's gotten any worse than what you told me the other day, I understand. I did not mean to do that. Okay, so even keel. Gotcha. Time to sneak around. Let's see if I can finish this segment of the game during the stream. Oh, it's gotten worse. Like I said, I haven't played it in... That little bastard. I knew something like that was going to happen. I got tired of getting hacked because I was getting hacked a lot. And, like... What? And joint? Hang on. So I started playing when I was a mechanic because several friends of mine were playing it, or several friends that I worked with were playing it. And I got the basic game. I helped one of them out and he got me actually the second expansion because the first one came with it. Cause yeah, I played it in like 06. And my ex-wife was playing it, who was not quite my ex yet. I mean, we had split, but we were still married. And actually it kind of helped our marriage for a little bit. But and I love the game. And then eventually shit went sideways. Then I met Ginger and we started playing together. And that's part of how we got to know each other. She was she came into the AutoZone I worked at, but I was at the shop, and the assistant manager called me to ask about the issue she was having, so he just sent her to my shop. Okay, Ivy. Everything okay? Or are you just tired and trying to cook and all that? But, so eventually she created a character in the server I was in and we started playing together. And then as we got closer, she brought a laptop over and would play in the same room, but I started getting hacked a lot. And I mean, they're like, there's nothing we can do. They can give you your stuff back. They can track all this down. But one time they did a paid transfer to another server. Oh, there's nothing we can do. We can put your character back, but we can't do any. We can't find out who this is. There was a credit card attached to a paid transfer. There has to be, unless it's a prepaid card. And then why would they do that? Really? So I even bought the authenticator, but by the time the authenticator came in, I was done with them. I still have it somewhere, I think. No, I know I have it somewhere. I have, it's back in Georgia, but I have it. But oh, I know. But I've actually recently, I think, re-downloaded it, or at least got my account back open because it was locked. And like, I mean, recently, like in the last 2 or 3 months. So if you're gonna play, I might go back to that because I enjoyed it, but I only play games like that when I have friends that play it, and I didn't at that point because by the time I dropped it, I got done with it, we were running and had gotten pretty far into Wrath of the Lich King, but the next one came out, and I bought the expansion and gave it to Ginger, but I never got it for myself, and because I planned on it. But oh, you're gonna be playing Palia. I see how it is. I can't, Armageddon or something like that. And I never got it because I was at that point I was just like, I'm done. I'm tired of fighting the hacking and like literally somebody hacked into it while I was playing. Normally I would come on and be like, load up and all my shit's gone. And that's it. You know, I was in a different place than where I stopped, but I was still in the same server, but all my shit was gone. I required the account. You mean, reacquired, I guess. The account. I'm picking on you. And there was a CC. Oh, good. But one time I was playing with Ginger. Okay. I got you. And I get kicked off the game and we're like, okay, did I just lag out? Because, you know, this is mid 2000s. Internet's not super great. And it wouldn't let me log back in. And Ginger's like, no, you're playing. I'm like, and she's sitting next to me on her laptop. I'm like, no, I'm not. And so she's watching my character run around. Reacquired. I know what you meant. And watching this person and telling them they're pieces of shit for doing this. I mean, cussing them out, everything, and watching them give away all my shit, going to the from the bank to the mailbox to send it to whomever. And I'm on there typing, you know, sending a complaint to the game masters or whatever you want to call them, the mods, and chatting with them. They're like, "Isn't that what you do?" Yeah, you can. You can kick them off and stop them. And that's, I think, that was I think the final straw, if I'm not mistaken, or right around that. You know. Don't get me wrong. I understand these people aren't like computer geniuses. They're just people that understand the commands of the game, more than likely. But so not being able to reach out to whoever in IT and say, "Hey, this account's been hacked. Can you track where it's at going?" Or, you know, what have you? Because they can. People know how to do that. You know. Mine's been inactive for at least 10 years, hell, 15 years, because I stopped playing before Kiddo was born. And like I said, I just went on there recently. And it was like, nope, your account's locked. So I sent him a message, hey, can you unlock the account? Because I might want to come back. Because I know the base game is now free, if I'm not mistaken. Chronicle of ZTV, how are you doing? Welcome in. Thank you for the raid. What's going on? Welcome in. How are you doing today? Thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't get raids. I mean, I do occasionally, but not often. So thank you. How are you? What brings you in today? How was your stream? I'm just sitting here playing Final Fantasy 6 right now. We were talking about some current affair stuff with the passing of some celebrities earlier. I'm doing all right. Like I said, we were talking about some of the passings of some recent celebrities, you know, Dolly Parton, Tim Curry, and then today, talking about finding out about Peter Cullen earlier, Optimus Prime. Oh, okay. I've played this game. I had this on Super Nintendo when it came out, and it was Final Fantasy 3, and I've never beat it. I've played almost every Final Fantasy, but I can count on one hand how many I actually beat. if that isn't funny. Not including the new remakes of 7, because I beat the first one. I haven't finished the second, but I've beat the first original Final Fantasy. I've beaten Final Fantasy 4 or 2 when I played it, which is, if you haven't noticed, is probably obvious that it's one of my favorites. I got 3. I made it to the end. I just never finished it. So 6. So when they did the re-releases on PlayStation, I was ecstatic, especially because they were putting out the ones that were never released in America. 7, I always got to the end. I had gotten to the end, but I never finished it because I was trying to max out all the materia and everything and find stuff. Because I was never very good at the Chocobo breeding, so trying to get like Knights of the Round, I wasn't able to do. I've beat 8. I think I beat 9. I've beaten 10. I didn't like 10-2. I just didn't like the dress spheres thing. I want to play it. I'm going to sit through it one day and play it. Because I play games mostly for story, but I didn't like it for that. Just like I didn't like, what was it, 12? Because I didn't like the Paragon system, or Paradigm system, where you could tell them what type of character to play, but you couldn't control the actual combat. I know people love 12, except for, you know, the fact that the tutorial is like 12 hours long. And the story apparently is great, and I get that, but I just could not tolerate the Paradigm system. I played 11 for a long time. We were talking about WoW when you came in. And I was a Final Fantasy 11 person while everybody else was playing WoW. And 12 I liked. I made it pretty far, never finished. Was it 12? Or 13? The one without lightning. 14 I didn't play a lot. And I actually was thinking about getting back into that. And then 15, I made it to the end, never finished. And I'd recently started playing again, like a couple of months ago. And 16, I haven't gotten even near the end. I made it so far, walked away from it for some reason or another. I can't remember. And I can't play it right now because I don't have a PlayStation. But I liked it. And don't get me wrong, and that's one of the things I do like about Final Fantasy is the very how the systems change in each game. I would like if they did a new one, or when they do a new one, they go back to a job system, like so you can customize your party a little more and what you like, which is what I think they were kind of trying to go with the dress system. Yeah, I'm looking at it. Yeah, that was another one that hurt, was Chuck Norris. I mean, don't get me wrong. I know all these people, and I like them all for various reasons. Talking about people that we've lost this year. Chuck Norris was another one that hurt because I admired him as a martial artist for one, but also his work with kids. But yeah, I have Tactics on the Switch. I never beat it either. I didn't even make it near the end of that one when I played it on PlayStation. Okay, Ivy. You said, what was it? But yeah, I've loved Final Fantasy from the first one. Oh, and I have beat, was it Final Fantasy Origins? Isn't that what it's called? Where you play, damn it. The guy that ends up being the villain in one. I can't, it's basically one, but pre-one. That's definitely for sure. Yeah, I think it was Final Fantasy Origins. It was almost a Souls-like game. It was frustrating until I got used to it because I'm not a Souls-like player. I've played Bloodborne, but the main reason I don't like Souls-likes is because learning any of the story is just a pain because it doesn't give into a narrative very much. And all my friends that are like big Souls-like players are like, yeah, you learn a lot of the lore from the loading screens. I'm like, I don't. That's but why? But the difficulty, I mean, is what I should say, with Origins was Souls-like. I don't think I ever played. I think actually no. I have Crystal Chronicles on the DS. But I barely played it because I just recently got it. I got a DS like 3 years ago. You know, years after it was done, I got a used one. Or 3DS. And started getting, because there were games out there that were only on the DS that I'd been wanting to play, like those. I think a couple of the Legends of Zeldas, because I like Zelda. But I love narrative games. I love stories, and that's why I love Final Fantasy. So you won't see me much playing Warzone or COD. COD Warzone, I should say, because COD, even now, has good narrative. I get it. The campaigns have good stories, but I don't do a lot of multiplayer. I play Fortnite with my kid, and that's I don't really stream it often. You'll see more story-driven stuff when I play, because I mean even right now I'm gonna reach for something that's just an arm's reach. The special edition, limited edition collector set of Final Fantasy Advent Children, which comes with the novel, the script, which I'd like to get digital, try to record some parts myself just to do, some stills, and then of course the DVD. That's what I'll look up. I'll see if I can find the script digitally. Yes, it was. But see if I can do a couple of parts from that for my demo tape. I do voiceover, voice narration, stuff like that. Yeah, I don't remember that part. But I haven't watched it since it first came out. I've had it. I just haven't watched it forever. And of course, I have to say this: the Omni Slash, the whole Sephiroth fight in general was phenomenal. But the fact they did the Omni Slash and his modified Buster, or whatever you want to call that sword, the Ultima Weapon. I don't think it was Ultima Weapon. For that was just awesome. I just hate that narratively, unless you played the games, which it was geared for people that played the games, you wouldn't really understand it. Oh, okay, yeah. It was during the fight. Yeah, okay. I know what you're talking about. I was thinking about that. But yeah, where they were going through and he was helping him get up to Sephiroth. Yes, that was awesome. A cuppa? I'm assuming a cup of coffee. But yeah, I hate they changed the voice actors from what was in there to the people they used for the new one, even though they're doing really good. And I hate that they changed voice actors for Sephiroth for the newest game, because for what I just said, Tyler Hoechlin did a really good job as Sephiroth. I mean, I never would have guessed that's the voice, or the same guy that plays Superman in the TV show they did. Because I appreciate it. I mean, I forget to raid, I'll admit it, and I've been meaning to get better about it. But I do appreciate it, because to pick somebody, especially at random, somebody you don't know, because you're not going to know how they interact, is something. And yes, I want to grow as a streamer, blah, 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 but I appreciate the people that show up. I do this for fun, don't get me wrong. and the community, because Cam there I've known for 5 or 6 years. Ivy for 3, if I'm not mistaken. And I've made some legitimate friends. Now with Cam, I found out she only lived like 20 minutes, 30 minutes from me. So we've met in real life. Ivy, I plan on meeting at some point in the near future. Cam does not live that close to me now. When I lived in Georgia, she did. I moved to Arizona last year. I appreciate it, and I will do the same for you. Give me one moment. Well, there we go. And I've been that guy. I've gone into streams where they just either don't even notice, or they're like, "Hi, how you doing? Thanks," and then go. 7 years. Jesus. Yeah. But, and I hope the people that come in here constantly know I appreciate them. Like Cam and Ivy, as May when she comes in. So when I get a random raid, of course I'm gonna be grateful. I mean, yeah. But yeah, I can't be that guy. And sometimes I do appreciate you. I mean, but I sometimes I feel like I'm not engaging enough, or I don't sound excited enough when people come in, when they do raid me. You know? Even today, I wasn't sure if because I don't have that kind of, oh, great, wonderful, da, 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 da. I'm not that person, but I at least want y'all to know that. Another welcome in. Thank you, King of Hearts. How are you doing? What were you playing tonight? I met him, King of Hearts playing Phasmophobia. Thank you. How are you doing? We played Phaz, and that was an interesting night to play it. I found out that I couldn't stream Phaz because my computer lagged out, but I think I fixed that yesterday. How are you, King? And that was an interesting night because I kept dying. I was like the one who died almost every game, and I was almost always the first one. There was one where King died before me, so when I died, they were standing, it just, all of a sudden, they're right there in front of me, and I'm like, what the, oh, they were dead? I didn't know that. And the conversations we had that night while we were dead, because if you've never played Phaz, when you're dead, the only person that can hear you is other dead people. So, at one point, King was over there like stroking the living player's hair, trying to get their attention, and so. Anyway, give me 1 second, guys. My son needs my help. I will be right back. I'm not even gonna give a be right back screen. Okay, I'm back. I apologize. Thank you for waiting. Like I was telling ZTV, I don't get raids, and I just got 2 in a row. So thank you both so much. And when you came in, I was talking about how I hope I'm welcoming enough, because I know I'm not full of energy, and that's what I was doing when you came in. Was welcome, but I try to at least be appreciative, because I do appreciate it. I appreciate everybody that comes in here, whether they stay or not, or they follow or not, but the community that I've built, with Cam and Ivy and Godardi and Esme and all those. Cam said hi, kiddo.
Did you hear me?
Yes, I heard you. My suggestion, son, is take the one that you just put out there, the big one that I helped you with, flip it, and let the stuff come out. Break that box down, and then you should have room. But I hope at least that they feel appreciated when they do raid me, and to have a random raid like of somebody I've never met, I really do appreciate. And I talk about how I need to start raiding more, because I forget to. And I guess I really need to start rating randos more, actually, because I normally go to the list of people that I follow, and a lot of them got 100+ people in there, and I'm like, but because, well, I mean, so I do this, like I said, for fun, and I've tried to start doing more just chattings or what have you, because like if you'd have come during my first hour, I was talking about all the celebrities that passed away this week and how they impacted me personally, for one. I'm not one that gets all sentimental, but Dolly Parton was just a good person. Tim Curry and his dynamic range of characters, and how he goes from The Darkness and Legend to Frankenfurter to It to the Wadsworth and Clue to, and how far apart they are. And I do have a certain amount of stage fright. I mean, doing stuff like this is fine, but I'm also do voiceover and narration, and trying to come up with voices for characters. Like, I will read the dialogue in this game, and I try to give them character sounds, but also feel kind of ridiculous, and I got to get over that. And thinking about people like Tim Curry and that range of different characters, not just the sounds, but his performances are so different for each one. And no matter how ridiculous or whatever it may seem, he still execute like his life depends on it. And I got to remember that. And then, of course, Peter Cullen, who I found out this morning, but yesterday, the voice of Optimus Prime died, guys. And then, hang on. Let's go to it. My chatting screen. And the story on how he came up with the voice of Optimus Prime. I was playing a clip about that earlier, because if you don't know the story, back in the 80s, 84, he was living with his brother in an apartment because he's an actor, and back then, you know. But he was telling his brother how he was going for this audition, and his brother was a captain in the Marine Corps in Vietnam. And of course, obviously, if you haven't figured it out, I'm a Marine. Flag back there says it. It's in the name, all that good stuff. So when he told his brother that he was going to go, his brother came out and was like, "So where are you going today?" He says, "I'm going to do this audition to be a truck." And his brother laughed. And he says, "Yeah, but it's not just any truck. It's a hero." And his brother just stopped Larry and just said, "Peter, if you're going to be a hero, don't be this over-the-top Hollywood da-da-da, but be a hero that's strong enough to be gentle." And he was just like, "Okay, Larry." Goes to the audition, and he's sitting there reading his part, trying to come up with a character, and his brother just kept coming up in his head. So when he walked up to that mic, he sounded like his brother, and that got him the part. And he even said that when he got back out into his car after doing it, he said he wished his brother was there because he thinks he nailed the part. His brother would be so proud because he thought he nailed the part, and he got confirmation of that 2 days later. And that's the guy that's been Optimus on everything just about until Transformers 1. And I think that was a missed opportunity where they could have kept Chris Hemsworth as Orion Pax, but once he got the matrix of leadership and became Optimus, they should have had Peter Cullen do the last quarter of the movie. Nothing against Chris Hemsworth, just that would have been a noticeable change along with the physical change. But that's just me. But he's also the guy that came up with the sound and did the sound of the Predator, the Yautja, for Predator, that clicking sound. And this is my third time in the stream telling the story, but I don't care. It's just I'm 47 years old. That man voiced a lot of stuff from my childhood. Just like, Frank Welker, who did Megatron, was also, damn it, the blonde leader for Scooby-Doo. Not Shaggy. Fred, thank you. The voice of Megatron was Fred from Scooby-Doo. He's also the voice of Starscream, but that's neither here nor there. It's just the dynamics of it and how people don't realize, especially back then, because you had actors, you had voice actors. You didn't get a lot of actors doing voiceover stuff. Back in the 80s and 90s. So people didn't care about that. It's just like, hey, that's Fred. Hey, there's Megatron. They didn't care it was the same person. Thank you. I've never had mono, but I hear you from other times I've been sick when I was a kid. But yeah, I grew up with the Hanna-Barbera stuff, and of course Transformers, G.I. Joe, but just that Scooby and Shaggy were the same voice actor for a while. And that was Casey Kasem, the same guy who made the radio top 100 every weekly, and back in the 80s, 90s, and even I think the early 2000s. This is Casey Kasem. Yeah, that guy. that was Shaggy and Scooby in the old original Scooby Doo cartoons. So it's just kind of funny. You get me on entertainment news, voice acting, stuff like that. I just because that's what you don't know is like on the other side of that wall is a recording booth. It's my walk-in closet, but half of it's been converted to a recording booth. Because I do have audiobooks I narrate. I'm working on some. I've auditioned for plenty of stuff for Nickelodeon and even Capcom a couple years ago. I haven't got anything, but I don't care. The rule is, especially with that, is 100 to 1. You'll audition for 100. You'll do 100 auditions and you might get one, is what even the biggest professionals say. Can't say I was expecting to drop in and learn a bunch of. I'm glad you did come in, and I'm like I said, I that's my kiddo. I've got new people in here. I'm introducing. But
Yeah, like I said, I got lucky.
what do you mean you got lucky? Oh, because of the parts you're getting? Because of the parts you're getting, yeah.
Yeah,
He's got
like I was for 5 things for just because I like the thing that they're based off.
he's
3 of them.
He's gotten some parts for
Stop. Don't.
I was just gonna say the overall for Roblox. He's got some friend. I thought you didn't want the specific. Oh, I apologize. Oh well. But he's got friends that are that he's made he's made friends that are developers, and supposedly I'm going to have one too. But the person that's developing the game has put it on pause for a while. Put on pause. Oh, well, you said they stopped working on it for right now.
They came back.
You never told me they came back to it.
That's because I found out they went off when they came back. I told you that.
Well, they still need to send me lines.
Huh?
They still need to send me lines.
They did. I told you that.
You told me that they changed the line. They were going to change
Well,
them.
the character is not going to have voice anymore, so they're doing another one instead.
What?
The creator for that character, his sister, was going to let that character have voice anymore.
Okay, I need lines for that one.
I'll ask.
Because I mean, I'll record that shit this weekend.
I think he's.
Ask him, and I'll record him this weekend. Sorry.
Actually.
I understand, man. Thank you again for coming in. Thank you for the raid. I look forward to seeing you again, hopefully on your end while you're streaming. Have a wonderful rest of the night. I stream Sundays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, my time 4 to 7. So that's in Arizona. So that changes because we don't do daylight savings. So if you're in the West Coast or East Coast, 3 hours difference. So it's been a definite pleasure. Thank you. I got to do my meal prep too. I'm going to make some cottage pie, but that's something I can talk to you about later. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much. Get back to the game. Actually, I'm going to take another quick break. Give me a second. Okay, I'm back. Thank you for your patience. I'm putting up with my ramblings about voice actors and the and voice acting and entertainment industry and all that, because that is a passion of mine. I'm trying to grow my business. Like I said back in May, I decided to set goals and hold myself to those goals. So part of it was my weight loss and getting in shape, which I've accomplished or I am accomplishing. Because, you know, I've lost like 50 pounds. Then my leg decided to go, no, we don't want to work anymore. Anyway, but also growing my business, and I'm finishing that audiobook that I was working on. Or actually, I'd already finished it at that point, but getting into others. But then the financing for the software became an issue. Now that I know that I'm going to have income starting, I'm going to go ahead and the subscription, they cut me a deal for half price for the next year. So instead of like $70, I'm paying $33 a month. So I'm going to bite the bullet and go ahead and resubscribe to that so I can work on some of the other audiobooks that I already am involved with, so I can get those done and maybe get some more income that way. Because passive income is a good thing. And if I do end up getting more auditions, I can do those. I got one and I couldn't do it because I didn't have the software to be able to do it. Another one is getting a job and getting myself out of this financial hellhole I'm in, which, hey, I'm starting a job in a week and a half. So there's that. So things are moving along at least. So no matter how bad other things are or may appear, the important things are moving. You know what I mean? And a lot of this I have to thank friends for, like the job. Thank you, Ivy, for helping with that. Cam, thank you for your input when I was trying to get on with other companies I was trying to get on with. The just everything. The me trying to get in shape. I have motivations that I keep in my head. And they're still there, no matter the conditions of those motivations right now. And then, you know, the business is my other things, because I want to be successful doing this. I want to be able to, at some point, maybe that be my primary income. And not just from doing audiobooks, because I would love, like, I'd love to get a part in a Final Fantasy game, even if it's just a side character, you know, that has 3 lines. Or, and this one should be one for obvious reasons, but there's a trilogy, there's more than a trilogy, but recent trilogy. And the main character doesn't say anything through any of the games except one word in the most recent game. And I'd have loved to have been the guy to do that one word. I'd have done it for free. And that's Doom. So in Doom: The Dark Ages, there's one place, because the narrative is told by other people. You just kind of sit there and listen. But there's one scene where the Slayer gets thrown off a cliff, and the villain is standing over the king about to kill him, and all of a sudden the Atlan, which is this mech, stands up, and you just see Doomslayer, or the Slayer, and he's looking at the king, and all he does is go, "Run." And the world lost its mind. Because he never spoke, you know. Just like when I got the chance to do the Division 2 and we lost on that. I didn't lose it. The script director got it pulled from him and they moved it elsewhere. But the original script director had parts for me, but they pulled it. Because, I mean, out of his whole stable of talent, I'm probably one of 2 people who have military experience. And the other one was just, and I'm not trying to talk bad about him, National Guard. So, and that was before COVID. So before we actually kind of lived part of the narrative of the division, you know, the worldwide global pandemic, or nationwide. Stay in your homes, don't go outside, because that's really what it was. It was just more chaos from from gangs and random bad guys. Auditioning for, I mean, like I said earlier, I did auditions, and I can talk about it now because the NDA is several years old, but the game is out and has been for several years, and that's Street Fighter 5, 6, whatever the most recent one is. And I auditioned for 3 parts, including the villain, Bison. And I love doing auditions, especially ones that want you to do 2 or 3 different styles, because that gives you a chance to give them different ideas and different ranges. Anyway, I digress. I'm babbling again. Sorry. On with the game, because I want to finish this segment before the stream's over, and that is in technically 42 minutes. How much? 95.38. 12 and 4. His is mastered. 62, which, well, 40, 20, and 8. Oh shit, let's do this. Whee! Rolling, rolling, rolling. Hey. Flame Tongue, so a new weapon for Boy, well, for a couple of people. Oh. Do 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 do. And the thing about this section is that you're here to help rescue some espers, magical beings. So it gets kind of depressing here in a minute. Because you find them, and they're alive. I think this is the one I need to go to. Yep. Now to this one to go to the next floor. Or area. Whee! Rollin', rollin', rollin'. Can I get different enemies? Oops, I meant to use the tools. I thought, oh well. Those are some tough dogs. Yay, they're dead. Well, you know. Yay, I beat them. Sorry. Oh, nope. What? Oh, no. Already, that's going to take me someplace I already been. I'll just have to do this all over. Same enemies, just -1. Oops. Hey, something different! Onion Knights. God blasted. I messed that up. Drill! I should call her. Sorry. Gotta get the dirty jokes in while I can when my kid's not around. Because he's in the shower. And I can't call her, so there's that. Do 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 do. Sorry. What the heck? Why does my YouTube do that? Oh, this way. Yeah, that's what I need to do. I thought it was Thunderblade. Here we go. Oh. That's something I kind of wish they'd bring back is the machinist, with the tools like the crossbow and all that. Especially depending on, like I was talking about, doing the job system, depending on the technology level of the world at that point. Sorry. So she's at 20% on Cura. He's at 100. Let's see. Oh, that one's going to go slow. It's only 2 times multiplier, so it's going to take a while to get Thundra. Float's going to take about as long, but he's a lot closer to it. Yeah, because Cura is only times 1. So it's 1 for 1. 1 point, you get 1 point, you're only getting 1 point. And I'll show you what I'm talking about at the end of this fight, if I remember to, because I keep meaning to talk about it here in a second. And then I forget by the end of the fight. You ever get distracted? You ever forget anything? Yeah, me too. What were we talking about? So hands off the controller. So it says Gil money experience for the level magic AP for every number that shows up. There's a depending on the spell or what have you in the Esper or Magicite. There's a multiplier. So Cura, which is the second cure for her, is only 1 times multiplier. So 3 points, she's getting 3 points. While there's another one that was 3 times multiplier, so she's getting 9 points. I know y'all probably understood it before I explained it, but just for those in the back. Dragoon boots. I think I have like a dozen of those from stealing. Golden Shield. I mean, I could go around and start swapping things with people that haven't got whatever one mastered yet. I don't want to. I'm about to get some more stuff. What did I just do? Thank you, because I don't know what I did with Celise. I just have a feeling it was something that I didn't mean to, and it might not have been good. I know I could move off to another Magicite because let me see. I think I will get one here in a second where Kira goes up at a lot higher rate. And I could swap. Yeah, I'll swap them. Fuck it. Because this one goes by pretty quick if you look at those multipliers. But it'll also give him Cure, which is a healing spell. So that'll be 3 people that can heal, not just 2. And I can wait until I get somebody better for Cura, because there's somebody I think that has all the cure spells. So, like, it'll go by really fast. I think Cureja, the third or fourth one is a one-time multiplier, but at that point, you know, what can I do? I'm getting all the other good ones. Where's that going? Oh, I know where that's going, and I need to go there, I think. I don't think there is a boss fight in here, but there might be. Yep, that's going... I need to go that way. Here we go. Uh-oh. Got Magitech armor coming after me. Gotta get out of the way. Uh-oh. There's Kefka. And they're finally doing the little sound effect for his laugh. I'm a god. I'm all powerful. I'll collect more espers. I'll extract their magic. And then I'll revive the Warring Triad. Which, spoiler alert, he does. And that's what ends the first half of the game. I've already drained all your powers. You're useless to me now. Remember I said it gets kind of sad? You two, take a hike. He's just beating these monsters, these espers up, monsters. Because he's abused them, drained their magic, and has no use for them anymore. Because he's evil. And I hate. Don't get me wrong. Love this game. Love Final Fantasy IV. But the whole they're evil for the sake of being evil kind of gets annoying with some of these things. And stale because there's not a lot of narrative or ways to understand that kind of character. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's mental conditions and all that, but of course you need to understand that, or at least to understand that they have some sort of issue, and that's why they are the way they are. The best villains are ones who are doing it because they think they're doing the right thing in their mind. They're not doing it because they're power hungry or just evil. Like, excuse me. I get it. For one, it's a evil entity, and I get those types of situations. But also at the same time, you have two villains in this: the Emperor and Kefka. At this point, Kefka works for the Emperor. And is, I think he has his own motives even then that the Emperor is unaware of. So do not get me wrong. The Emperor just wants to rule the world, I guess. He has the largest monarchy, kingdom, empire. The rest of our kingdoms, this one, his is an empire because it's that big, and he's trying to take over all the rest. Don't understand that mentality, but whatever. But Kefka is just deranged and wants to become a god. Like, literally. It just said that. He's a god. He's not. But that's his ultimate goal, is to rule the world on a divine level. Or infernal, depending. Yeah. I still have about 20 or so minutes. How's Nova? She's happy. I don't know if you're in here for both of them, but I got rated twice. I know I think you were in here for the first one. I think the other one was after you stepped away. Aw. Who was that? One of your neighbors? Mom? What? Ugh. Aw. Let's see if I can just defend and it had the same result. Since technically I'm not the bad guy, I'm... Oh shit. Damn it. And she's gonna intercept it. Instead of intercepting that. I may have to fight back. I'm glad that didn't hurt him. Let's see if it hurts her. Nope. One of the reasons I wanted to know about the schedule is so I can plan my therapy sessions, because I normally have them at 3. Well, the training ends at 3, so I'll move it to 3:30 or 3:15 if it'll let me. But probably 3:30. And then I can go straight from that to this. And then when my schedule gets revealed, I can make adjustments at that point. But also so I can start working on my sleep pattern. Gestalt has captured many more of us. They're all here being drained of their power. I, too, suffered my turn in one of their capsules. When they finished draining us of our powers, they dumped us down here to die. We don't have much time left. We and Ruma are siblings. Each of us was born with a different elemental power. If Ruma was willing to give you his strength, then we shall do the same. Clink, clink. Our friends are also running out of time. I'm sure they will lend you their strength as well. Yay! Rest time. But yeah, so I can start working on my sleep schedule. So I'll get up at least by 5:30 because it would start at 6 for me if it starts at 8 Central. Which is what the same time I have to get kiddo up. So not a big deal. She's already mastered Siren? He's already mastered Ruma. You'll get 2 15-minute paid breaks and 1 hour unpaid lunch during training, which, once you reach production, really? Okay. Well, yeah, I was going to ask about that, about the training portion. So an hour paid, unpaid. Okay. Because I mean, I wouldn't mind if they said, okay, you have 5 minutes, go grab your food, come back and eat during class. I'd have been, because, you know, I meal prep now. So, or I try to. So either or. I was going to ask about that too. Thank you. God blast it. Screwed it up. I mean, I figured it was something like that. I don't... The 30-minute break in production doesn't matter because, like I said, I'll have meals prepped, so I can just stick it in there, heat it up, and go. But yeah, this weekend, or after this weekend, I'm going to really buckle down on trying to get into the sleep habit. That's my thing. I've been kind of trying to do it, but like today, last night I couldn't sleep. Oh, there's a boss fight. And so I ended up accidentally sleeping into like frickin' noon, which I fucking hate. Pardon my language. I prefer to be up at least by the latest between 9 and 10. And I had my alarm set and I slept straight through them bastards. I woke up at 6 to get Kiddo, make sure Kiddo was up. But that's about it. So before I go into this boss fight, I'm going to take a quick 3-minute smoke a cigarette. I'll be right back. Okay, guys? Just bear with me.
Rather than victory, life is the failures between, but you never really seemed to see. It doesn't matter that you did your best, cause you see, there's days you'll never win. You'll never win. I'll make my existence a statement they won't forget. It's a big decision I have to live with. Through all the tears, I'm stronger than the rest. There will be a day when I'm looking back on my life. I will find a way so that I can say that I kept on going, passing every day. I know what I have to do.
Lay low, watch the skies as the clouds open up and the angels fly. Stand by for Titanfall, I got a decked out mech, gonna smite you all. 15 feet of power, clearly I will never go down, so I doubt your theories. Now I'm rocking out with the Alpha Series, that's Atlas Status, now you fear me? Lock on, engage the target, with the damage score on, I will not be stopping. Better get comfy in your cockpit, cause if you come close then I'll knock you off it. Stomp you into the rock that I'm walking on, top it off with a couple quad rocket shots. Uppercut to the jaw, I'll just shut you up, so when the Titan falls, you might want to run. Late into the night, jumping as the Titans fall. We climb aboard and then we settle the scores until we kill all the enemies. Evacuate high, eject into the sky, watching as the Titans fall. Escaping self-destruction, we cloak then run and jump in, ignite the enemies. Evacuate. Drop in, I start to run, I pick a burn card for some extra fun, killing grunts on the battlefront. That's it, motherfuckers, headshots, you're done.
T-minus 1 minute to get it. My Strata, he's in it to win it. Forget it. I'll write you an IOU when a Mac breaks out, straight crushes you.
I'm stuck, backed up, got my railgun topped, time to fuck shit up.
Stripped out lightweight and made to move. With my dash core ready, better blink fast, dude.
That's rude, not the right thing to do. I'm a Titan blitz with a musical groove.
Good night for hit and run. I'm hyper blasting Titan fun.
Late into the night, jumping as the Titans fall. We climb aboard and then we settle the scores until we kill all the enemies. Evacuate high, eject into the sky, watching as the Titans fall. Escaping self-destruction, we cloak then run and jump in, ignite the enemies. Evacuate.
Heads up and hit the floor when the Titans drop. It's time for war. Wanna brawl, motherfucker? Then bring it on. My guns are big and my team is strong. Wrecking mechs is what we love. Fall high from the sky, that's from above. If you get too close, you're getting smashed. Walking tank, ogre cloud, dominate. So watch out, punk. And I'm always in the mood to turn your mech to junk. As I'm running and gunning, I got the mechs walking past me. Try to take me out, then I'm down to get nasty. Turn around, blasting metal to the chin. Tear your arms off and bash your head in. Rocket launching, missile dropping, fully auto, and we ain't stopping.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry. Thank you for your patience. Lucky circle jerky. Or lurky durky circle jerky. Thank you. This will have to do. Excuse me 1 second. I'm checking on something.
What?
Right there. There you go. Insert inspiring message here. Right? Okie dokie. Well, let's move on to the next thing. This boss fight. No dialogue? Just, there we go. Oh, confusion. Great. And let's see, Libra. Because I think he changes his weaknesses. No weaknesses. Suplex. See, in the original, it was a suplex. It wasn't called whatever meteor strike. Somebody hit. There we go. Barrier shift or barrier change. This will snap him out of it. He used a sleep spell on somebody that was already asleep, so guess what? It woke him up. Oh shit, that healed him? Mother. At least. What's his weakness? Poison. I think somebody has poison. So that did 740. Ah, great. Oh, nothing to steal. Libra again. Blitz. Meteor. That did 740 something, correct? So what did this do? 880. Oh, well, never mind. He dead. 7 years. Pushy. Holy Jesus. Not just to knowing each other, just as a mod, but... There's Tara's dad. Spoiler alert. Carbuncle. Wish to help us, but we haven't got long to live. We will follow Ifrit's example. We will entrust our power we entrust to you. What are you doing over there? Sid appears in every game. I think the only one is the first one that he doesn't appear in, but there is a Sid in almost every game. Same thing with a Biggs and Wedge, but I think the Biggs and Wedge started with this one, with 6. And the Biggs and Wedge is a Star Wars reference. Biggs Darklighter and Wedge Antilles, which I talked about that when I first streamed this game. Because they only showed up at the beginning. They died at the very beginning of the game. But my headcanon is in 4, when you have Sid, he has 2 assistants. While it never names them, but in my headcanon, that's Biggs and Wedge. So more magic to learn. What's sad is, like I said, one of those is Tara's father. Spoiler. And it doesn't really say, I can't remember how I know that. I mean, it does say at one point much later. It implies that one of them has a connection to her. No, you see, is it truly true you infiltrated the rebel group as a spy? See, he was told something because they knew he would have contact with her. Because he pretty much raised her. So they gave him misinformation for this reason, so when he shows up. Yes. Oh, I see. Huh?
You doing the game?
No.
Okay.
I said I'm almost done for the night.
No, I thought you were doing the game.
Oh, God, no. I'm not even a quarter of the way done. Well, this is a different one than what you saw me playing like yesterday.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
This is 6. The one I was playing yesterday is 4.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, because they're both for Super Nintendo originally. Oh, I see. Magicite. Excellent work, Sid. General Solis, we needn't keep up the charade any longer. Bring those magicite crystals. Bring me those magicite crystals. Solis, you tricked us? Of course not. Please trust me. I know the dialogue's kind of cheesy, but this is from like 94. The sweet taste of betrayal. Oh, Solis, so that's so you. That's so ... you. Locke, believe me. I now, of course. Kill them all. Hey, Jack, what else do we need from the grocery store?
Oh.
Go look.
Because I'm.
Thank you. Well, yeah, thank you. Not kale. Ketchup. They tried to replace it with store brand last time, and I was like, no. Well, it's not that big of a deal. The Walmart store brand tastes like ass. Locke, let me protect you for once, and maybe then you'll believe me. What are you doing? Stop. Celeste. What's up, Crow? Hack, cough. What happened? Of course, you would show up right as I'm about to end. It's par for the course for him. Oh no.
Yeah.
Par for the course? I'll explain in a minute. It's a golf reference.
Oh. Okay, I'll start counting.
That blast reversed the energy flux of the extraction chambers. We need to get out of here. Yep, boo, bye. Okay. I mean, I'm still going to be a few minutes because I'm trying to finish this portion. So how you doing, buddy? How you been? Oh, what have I done? There's no excuse for it, no matter how much Kefka may have threatened me. Yeah, I hear you. Good news, good news. I got a job. Draining the life energy from espers just to make the people stronger. I was supposed to start this week originally, but because of my background check, you know what's involved in that at this point, took a little longer. So I'm starting 2 weeks from this past Tuesday, so a week and a half. You helped me come to a decision. I'm going to talk to the emperor, and make him realize how foolish this whole war is. Blah. Some things are starting to lighten up, thankfully. What the fuck? Yes. No, I didn't get to go rest or save or anything. Fuck. Oh well. I'm gonna have some random fights. Not so random. Okay, that was easier than I remember. Okay. Yeah, I saw that and I forgot to respond to you because I was in the middle of something when I got that message. I am so sorry. Soul Frame? Okay. I don't even know that one. I'll take a look. Let me know. Oh yeah, that one. Okay, yeah, because I've been trying to get into that one. I need to. That's right. I forgot. Another buddy of mine told me about that one. Cam plays it too. From what I understand, it's basically Warframe, but more magic, less tech. Yeah, and I need to see if I can get in there. Okay, get some sleep, bro. Get some rest. The one thing I had about these types of sequences is you don't have time to, it won't let you like pause and heal. Because of boss fights. Like this. See if it'll let me do this. Nope. Drill. Oh. Oh, that healed him. Hopefully this doesn't. That didn't. Good. Looks like I can't attack with lock. Oh, and he regenerated his arms. Okay, that's the end of that one. Punk. Time to get the hell out of Dodge. couldn't steal. You were taking too long. I got worried. Where's Sleece? We can talk about it later. Let's get out of here. What? Crud, what a mess. You're not getting away from me. Oh yes, another boss fight. I forgot. Oh, didn't mean to do that. See if I can steal from it. High potion. Mysidian Rabbit. Mysidia doesn't even exist in this game. It's from 4. But okay. Wrecking Ball. Q, oh, what's her name? Miley Cyrus. Yay, it's dead. And we're off. And I'm worried about Tara. Let's head back to Zozo. Tara, who's that? I'll explain everything on the way. About Tara, the Espers, the Returners. Everyone's here. Tara. Give me 1 second, guys. I need to take a look at something. Well,
Yeah, I hate chicken cake here with that.
I'm thinking that. The Magicite.
Yes.
What? The father? See, there. I remember now. I was raised in the Esper world. The Esper world. The shaky shit is annoying. It can't just soft pan. So you're not gonna find anything here. Manduin, someone's trying to come through the gate. So, hey, pull yourself together. Wait, is this a return with her? Because that's the only right choice. It won't let you continue. Because, yeah, I'm ordering more eggs. Because we're down to the last tray.
Wait, we're already done to the last tray already?
Well, there's only 2 trays.
Oh, that was like 3.
So did I originally, but no, there's 2 per, so. How are you on cheese?
I'm good on fucking cheese. Like, I feel like 3 packs.
Okay.
We'll say the pack things that came in that one time. What the fuck? What the fuck?
I don't know. What am I?
It's Fortnite.
Oh, okay.
The main island is.
Just. We gotta kill it right away. Humans and Espers are incompatible. She's still quite weak. She needs to rest for a while. Did I wake you? I'll give it to you. A charm from the Esper world. The Esper world, so that's where I ended up. Everyone is at a loss as to how you, a human, could have made it to our world. You're the one who saved me, aren't you? My name is Madeline. I was sick of living in the human world. It's nothing but a pit of greed and hate. So I wandered out into the storm, and before I knew it, I was here. They say that humans and espers can't coexist. Are you saying you don't want me here? No, I'm just not sure. I'm just not sure. I'll return to my own world tomorrow. Alright, someone can show you the way back. Um,
Help me.
Can't help you, son.
Help me.
Okay, I just placed the order. Another $150.
Huh?
Yeah. I wonder if she will be alright without a guide. That human girl went to the gate quite a while ago. If the humans learned our powers, they decided to try to make use of them. That would be a terrible thing indeed. What's wrong, Madeline? If you don't want to go back to your world, you're welcome to stay here. But humans and espers can't be together. How can we know for sure unless we try ourselves? I mean... And then it gets into the magical float around. He's in love with her after, 10 words. How can we know for sure? Unless we... try for ourselves. Well, some of the items that I ordered yesterday, they were out of, remember? So I want to see if they have them today. Which, from what I see, they have employees pull this stuff, ordering from Walmart. And they just go, oh, Maverick's playing. I've chosen a name for, what is it? Tara. It's a beautiful name. It's beautiful, isn't it? Anyway, they just go out on the... Huh?
My thumb.
Okay.
He's laying directly.
Okay. 2 years later, they just go out on the sales floor, and to me, it seems like, I don't know, I could be wrong, but they won't go in the back and check. They just go out and shop off the sales floor. And these are Walmart employees. So why not just, hey, it's not out here, let me go check back there. The nexus between our worlds is open again. The storm is just like the one 2 years ago. Because I'm paying extra for them to do this. There's a service for them to do the shopping, and of course for the delivery. But it's different this time. Madeline came here. This one brings with it an army that seeks our magical powers. So this is how they got all the espers. And how Tara came back and got raised by the Empire. This is no good. Retreat to the Elder's house. So the groceries will be here in the next 3 hours. Probably less than that. Within the next 3 hours. Well, it's already 7:30, son. Less delivery drivers at this. Less delivery drivers at this time in the evening. Oh, I finally found it. Plus, you know, having to pull it and everything. Decoding the secrets of those ancient texts. And it's time to reap the rewards. Grab them. Riches to any man who captures an Esper. Go! When I do that, once I'm done here, by the way, I'm going to go re-up the Adobe stuff.
Cool. And then those lines have to make.
Well, ask Maker if they have lines for whatever part they want done. And if so, go ahead and send them, because I'll do, hell, I might do them tonight.
Alright, well, I have like a few things I need to do.
Okay. I can do them tomorrow then. We do everything we've been we must do the very thing we've been avoiding. You mean the magic barrier? I'll create the tempest and sweep all the invaders out of our realm, and then I'll seal the gate. Even among espers, the power to create a magical seal is limited to a single bloodline. I am the last of that line, the Elder. But at your age, I may not survive, and without me, you will never again be able to open the gate. Madeline? Madeline. The other world holds nothing but hurt for me. Then it's decided. If we have no other choice, won't be long before the humans make it here. Tara's all right. Okay. This is all because of that human woman. Nonsense. She could have led them here for all we know. 2 years later? Enough! But she's one of them. It'll only be a matter of time before she decides she wants our power. Of course, she hears all of it and takes off running. Oh no!
Well, shit.
What?
You have to wait a little longer.
What?
Because you hasn't even found the character's skills yet.
Oh, okay. So.
It's not really one of the high priorities right now.
Where are you going? Madeline, Oh no, but it's already too late. I've begun activating the seal. You won't be able to return. I don't care. Good man. We're being pushed out. No, just when the ultimate treasure was within my grasp. It's an old man. I should make it sound like an old man. But probably 10 to 15 years before the current timeline too, so, or the current where you are in the game. Madeline, I'm nothing like him. I know. Thank you. Will you come back home with me? Yes, of course. He's dragging her. Well, they're with the kid. There goes the girl. And then here goes Mandarin. I'll talk to you about it later. A human woman and a babe. Leave my daughter alone. Your daughter? She must be a product of a human and a... How fascinating.
What?
Esper. Basically a monster. A creature of magic. But they each look different and have different abilities.
So another trail monster.
It looks like my dreams of building an empire may come true sooner than I ever imagined. Blah. Excuse me. No.
Evil Master Roshi. The beard. And...
Well, but he's not bald.
Yeah. But...
This world will be mine to rule. Ha 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 ha. And the...
Not even the opposite of Master Roshi. Master Roshi bald, he has hair.
So Espers, when they die, can become these crystals called magicite. And if a character equips them, can learn magic through them. Okay? Because humans don't have magic. So the one that's sitting there flashing is her father. So I stand corrected. It does say it's her father, by the way. So he died as we were rescuing him.
Oh.
Well, they gave up their life to become magicite by choice to help. You should be okay now. I can control this power as long as I only use it in short bursts. Gestalt already knew the secret of Esper's power back then. Those Espers in this research facility must have been the ones they grabbed that day. And Celise's power came at the expense of one of them. So there are a couple of humans that have magic, but that's because they were drained from an Esper while it was still alive. Terra has magic because she's part Esper. Celise, who I just had and then lost, had it infused in her from a living Esper. The Empire just was doing that rather than trying to wait for them to die, I guess. I don't know. The Empire won't get away with this. I'll hit that Emperor with a blitz or two. How are things in Narshi? Maybe we should head back and see. The airship's ready to go. Woohoo! Come on. Oh, by all means, take a turn at the wheel. Good, that means I can control it. Let me teach you how to fly. Now this one does something that most others don't, is you can actually change the elevation, I think. Press confirm to move forward, change course, left or right, directional buttons, adjust altitude with up and down directional buttons. See? None of the others, and even to this day, I think, really care about altitude. Press the menu button to move the ship, move inside the ship. Once inside, you can change party members and press the sign-ups. Excuse me. Oh, you can disembark by pressing cancel. To board, press confirm near the ship. Got it? Yes. Would you like me to teach you some special techniques as well? Sure. Hold down the LZ button while in the direction to move without changing the shape. Oh, so strafing. This is especially useful while trying to land. Press the L. Press left on the L button or right button to do a speedy about face. Okay. Take the wheel. Whee! I know where that is. Okay. Oh, back over here. This is where I need to go. Is it here? Okay.
What?
They're shopping. Nope, not there. Is it here? Yes, it's here. Boink. And with that, we're going to end for the night. I am running 46 minutes over, but it was all that stuff I was trying to get done before I ended the stream. Thank you, everybody that's in here. Thank you for coming by. Thank you for the new viewers, the raids, and giving me some of your time. And I hope to see you again. I will be back on, today's Thursday, right? Sunday. Sorry. And I will see you then. If you need to reach me, by all means, you know how to. If you don't, click the link, find me on my other socials, and you can find me there. Have a wonderful night. Hope a good Friday tomorrow and end of your week, if it's the end of your week. And I hope to see you Sunday. Have a good night, everybody.